you guys. My name is Jenna Gibbs. I am a yoga instructor and personal trainer and group fitness trainer at the University of Iowa Rec Services. This is another gentle yoga flow for you during the COVID pandemic. Today we are going to really do gentle yoga that's really going to relieve lower back pain. I am 34 weeks pregnant. I'm struggling with lower back pain myself. I'm carrying a lot of weight in front. This is going to be really great for those of you that struggle with lower back. Lower back pain really comes from one of multiple reasons. It could be really, really tight hamstrings, long hair along the back of your legs if you're super tight there. It could also come from tight hips. If you can loosen up the back of your legs and your hips, it's going to relieve a lot of the pressure you feel right here. Another reason people have lower back pain is sometimes they tend to overarch or over tuck their pelvis. So being able to find neutral alignment, which often means you got to have strong glutes and a strong core, which a lot of people struggle with. They don't have strong glutes and a strong core. So if you can strengthen your core and glutes, loosen up your hamstrings and hips, it's going to do wonders for you. So we are going to start in child's pose, the ultimate lower back relief. So coming on down here, knees as wide as your mat, okay, hips to heels, walk your hands forward, and just really trying to straighten those arms, relaxing the forehead down to the mat. And starting to deepen your breath. And actually, since we're focused on the lower back today, try to take your breath right there where your kidneys are, taking the breath into the lower back, really, really deepening it there. Tops of the feet are flat to the ground, hands pressing into the earth. So this is a great one to do if you are one of those people that tend to overarch your back. I showed overarching. If you feel like you arch your back when you sit down in a chair, this is a nice one to do to really even that out. Let's go ahead and come up onto hands and knees. Okay, obviously cat-cows, another great one for lower back relief. So inhaling, really arch that lower back. Exhale, tuck it. So take it to the two extremes. Really, really take that pelvis up and tuck it under on the exhale. Good, keep moving through your cat-cows. And you will find that by really taking it to the extremes in both these, it's really going to help you find out what your middle is like. And that middle ground between arching and tucking is going to be your neutral spine. Good. Keep going. Awesome. And actually, if you want to come back to tabletop, reverse your wrists. If this hurts, you can do one wrist reverse and the other one forward. I really like to turn both forward. Spread your fingers apart, press the palms down. Feeling a big wrist stretch here. We're going to go back into cat-cows, optional reverse wrist. So inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Really, really intense on those forearms. You're really stretching out those wrists. Good. Try not to hyperextend the elbows too much. Okay. Keep arms nice and straight. Good. And then release. Awesome. Let's go ahead and come into a reclined position. Okay, so laying down onto your backs. We're going to take reclined pigeon, another great one for the hips. Again, let's cross right ankle over left thigh. Sometimes if you have tight hips, if you just want to take your right hand and press your right thigh away here in this figure 4 position, this may be enough, right foot flexed. Okay, if that's not enough, you can interlace the hands behind your hamstring and come into your thread the needle. So keeping right toes flexed, that nice dorsiflexion, holding your thread the needle. When you come into thread the needle, you really want to focus on keeping the shoulder blades down and the lower back down. Okay, so you can stay here and just enjoy the way that knee feels going out to the side. Now, some of you, if you're a little bit more advanced, you can leave your left hand behind your thigh and you can use your right hand to even press that inner thigh away. So pull left thigh to, press right thigh away. You never want to press on your knee, okay? Only pressing on the muscles. Good, just holding a few more breaths and you thread the needle. Awesome. Left foot comes to the ground. Hug right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in nice and tight. I obviously can't do that because I'm pregnant. You can take a couple ankle rolls. All right, and then coming into a recline hamstring stretch. So again, we probably don't want to interlace hands behind the knee, but behind the thigh or even calf is sufficient. You want to flex that foot. So we definitely don't want to point, pull the toes towards your face. Some of you might be familiar with Supta Baddha Konasana, where you can grab the big toe. All right, that's too intense. Just hold hands to calves. Good, and enjoy. Try to take any arching out of your lower back, pressing it in. And lengthening the back of this leg is going to bring a lot of relief to that lower back. Bend knee. We're going to switch sides for thread the needle other direction. So left foot crosses on top, coming in a figure four. You can take your left hand, press left thigh away. Some people find that this in and of itself is enough of a hip opener. If that's not enough, you can come in and thread the needle, interlace the hands, flex left foot, hugging in that shin closer and closer to your torso. If you want, you can leave the right hand behind the thigh. You can use your left hand to press left thigh away. So pull right thigh towards you, press left thigh away. Woo! That's really getting into my outer hip. I don't know about you. And wherever you are, just go to where you can feel that nice stretch and relief. Awesome. Right foot comes down. Hug left knee into chest. Squeeze it in tight. Unless you're pregnant like me, circle that ankle a few times. Loosen up the foot. Loosen up the joints and the toes. Awesome. Left heel to sky hamstring stretch. Come on into it. Same thing as we did other side. Now, what you want to refrain from doing is lifting your shoulders off the mat. So trying to keep your shoulder blades down, arm bones pulled into those shoulder sockets. Releasing the back of that leg. Take that heel towards the sky. Awesome, release, arms out to a T. Take your feet as wide as your hips. Windshield wiper the knees a few times to release the lower back. If you feel good about getting both knees down to the floor as you windshield wiper, that's awesome. My feet are about mat width apart. Good, and then we're just gonna come back up. And we're gonna come back onto all fours, okay? So we've done a lot of, this is lower back, so no surprise, we've been on the floor for a while. We're gonna come into our bird dog. So tabletop position, toes tucked. You're gonna extend right foot, toes down, right hip down, reach left arm forward. We're gonna hold for 3, 2, belly in, 1. Place left hand down, keep your right foot up. Point your right toes, tapping for 10, 9, use your glute, 8, 7, 6, really point that toe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back to all fours. So we did a little bit of strengthening of glute and core here. Okay. Reach right arm forward, left arm back. Pull your belly into your spine. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Left toes down for 3, 2, 1. Keep your left leg up. Right hand comes down, point left toe. Here we go. Tapping for 10, 9, 8. Really squeeze that left glute. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to all fours. Toes are tucked. Walk your hands slightly forward of your shoulders and lift slowly up and back into your downward facing dog. Should feel really good here. If you want, you can kind of wiggle the hips side to side. You can kind of bend one knee to the other. But just really press those hips up and back. Downward facing dog is just such a great stretch for all the major joints of the body. So it's definitely a multitasking stretch. Good. Press the tops of your thighs towards the back of the mat in your down dog, and then walk your hands all the way back to your feet at the back of your mat. Forward fold. Woo. So if you have lower back pain, sometimes it feels better to bend the knees slightly in your forward fold. Drop your head. Good. Feet are hip width apart. Let's bend our knees and set our hips down, lift up to chair, okay? So lifting up into chair, it's kind of like a high squat. Arms up, weight evenly dispersed between the heels and the balls of the feet. Long spine, and stand up. Good, we're gonna do 2 rounds of half sunnaes with that chair. Inhale, reach up nice and tall, belly in. Exhale, forward fold, feet hip width apart. Halfway lift, inhale, hands on fingers or hands on shins. Fold yet again. Come into that chair, sit hips down, lift torso. Good. Slightly tuck your pelvis in, so we don't want a chair with the arched back. Tuck it in, long spine, sit down lower, and stand. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach arms up, belly in, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold again. Inhale, chair. Spread those toes apart. Exhale, stand. That felt pretty good. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, knees forward, toes forward. Exhale, stand. Very, very awesome. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna come to a nice wide leg forward fold or wide leg stance, okay? We're gonna start with triangle actually. So feet wider than hips, actually much wider. You wanna be wide enough to where a wide leg forward fold feels good. You're gonna take your right toes and turn them out. Right leg straight, left leg straight. Let your left arm graze against your leg, and we're gonna reverse this triangle, just getting a big side body opener, okay? Sometimes stretching your obliques really also brings a lot of lower back relief. Just getting long through the side of the body. Then, hinging at your right hip, reaching forward towards your mat, okay? Right hand can come down on the ground behind you or to your ankle or shin. Turn your chest open towards the side of your mat, hand on hip, okay? Try to get 2 straight legs. Lengthen your right side of your body. Good, and then if this feels good, you come into full Trikonasana triangle. Left arm up, gaze up. For 3, 2, 1. Good, hand to hip first. Inhale, come on out. Both hands to hips, point both toes forward, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, find length in the sides of the body. Exhale, fold, hands under shoulders, or you can walk hands between ankles, drop your head. Oh, that one feels good. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay there, hands on hips. Inhale, come all the way up. We got to take that Trikonasana triangle on the other side. Turn left toes out. Right toes are still facing the side of your mat. Drop right hand, take your reverse triangle. So both legs are straight, both legs are super strong. I'm just lifting out of the side of the body, reaching left arm. Good. Now, opposite, hinge left hip, reach left hip forward. Left hand can come down behind the foot or on the shin. Good. And actually, I like to really stay here with my hand on my hip. Make sure my both legs are straight and strong. Make sure my heart is rotating towards the side of my mat. And then if everything feels good, I expand through right arm and look up. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, go ahead and come on up. One more wide leg forward fold. So you're going to come to your wide leg forward fold stance. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how we do this. Okay. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. Come on down. All right. Wide leg forward fold. Except instead of walking your hands forward, we're going to place our hands way, way in front of us. Send our hips back, just like downward facing dog with the top of our body. Okay. So send your hips back, arms forward, and just really try to stretch the sides of your body right where your ribs are, super long. Open up your sitting bones, okay? Don't get self-conscious about what's going on in your rear, okay? So widen those sitting bones, stretch hips back. Good. You can maintain a little bend in the knees, that's okay. I really like to go to somewhat straight without walking them out completely. Good. Walk your hands back in underneath your shoulders. Come to a halfway lift. The right hand will come underneath your sternum. Reach left arm to the sky. Take a little twist here. Wrist stacked on top of wrist. Nice little rotation. Wow, your guys' lower backs are going to feel so much better after this practice. Left hand down. Switch sides. Right hand down, hands to hips, and we inhale with nice, straight, strong legs. Come on up. You can pigeon toe and walk your feet together. Very, very nice job, you guys. So we're just going to come into a downward facing dog. Let's come up to the front of our mat. To get there, inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. One inhale and plank, okay? This is gentle yoga, so we don't need to hold it that long. Downward facing dog. Pause in your down dog, strong triceps, back of those arms. Make sure your middle or your pointer finger is forward, facing the front of the mat. Good, deep breath in here, and let's step our right foot forward, okay? So we're gonna frame that foot with our hands and just come into a nice low lunge. Very, very deep low lunge here. Torso to the inside of that right knee, okay? I obviously have to do that since I'm pregnant. I gotta have room for my belly. We want that back leg to be strong and straight. Now, from here, we're gonna inhale here, exhale, rock it back, lift right toes, modified pyramid. Inhale, low lunge, exhale, modified pyramid. Okay, flow it. Inhale forward, exhale back. You're going to feel that hamstring come into play and keep flowing. So I call this rocking horse. Okay, great one for hips and hamstrings. Just really, really simple. Good, and meet me in that low lunge, okay? Very good, step back to downward facing dog. Those of you that know how to vinyasa, be my guest. You can chaturanga, up dog, down dog. We will pause here for a couple breaths and wait for you. Toes forward, fingers forward. And let's step our left foot forward. Frame that left foot with our hands. Just enjoy our low lunge. Make sure your torso is right to the inside of your left knee. Straighten that right leg. So the more that you can lift that back right kneecap to the sky, the more intense. Good, so this is our inhale. We're gonna rock it back on the exhale. 2 straight legs, modified pyramid. Inhale, exhale, just like a rocking horse. Good. I can hear my dog barking like crazy outside the room. Nice. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's do 2 more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Don't forget to lift that front toe. Inhale low. Exhale lift. Last time, come to your low lunge. Step back to downward facing dog. Those of you that want to take a vinyasa, it's optional. You can chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Or just go back to downward facing dog and pause. Reset the spine. Let the heels melt towards the earth. Awesome. Come down onto knees. Good. So knees as wide as the mat. We're returning to child's pose again. Okay, so since it's such a great one for lower back relief. So knees as wide as the mat. Reach the arms forward. And actually, we're going to take child's pose over to the right side by walking the hands over to the side, especially this left hand, really walking it over. Keep the hips low and really root back into that left hip so you get a nice side stretch. And again, opening up the side body is going to really help with that lower back relief. Let's walk hands over to the left. And back to center. Good. So listen carefully. We're going to flow this. We're going to come to tabletop. Drop the hips. Modified up dog. So knees can be down. Okay. Knees can be down. In fact, feet can be almost as wide as the mat. Drop the hips. Straighten the arms. Strong triceps. Look over your right shoulder. And look over your left. Good. Now take the hips up. Control with your abdominals. Child's pose. In child's pose, walk both hands to the right. Take your side stretch. Walk both hands to your left. Side stretch. Back to center. Inhale, come out. Hands forward. Back to your up dog. Come onto the tops of your toes. Knees can be down. This is modified. This is the relaxed version. The gentle yoga version. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Good. Engage your abdominals. Pull belly in. All the way back to child's pose. Walk hands to the right in your child's pose. Walk hands to your left in your child's pose. Walk hands to center. Engage abdominals, round back, come on up. Sweep it through, modified upward facing dog, knees down. If you don't want to do the gentle yoga version, you want to bring your feet together and lift the thighs, full upward facing dog. You can do that now. Holding. Not even looking over the shoulders, just a nice back bend here. And then exhaling back to child's, straight down the middle. One last time, straight down the middle. And come on up. Awesome. So we're almost there. Okay. One more hip opener. We've got our good old bound angle. Some people call this butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Okay. Good. So really try to press the soles of the feet together actively. We lose that sensation in the bottom of our feet as we age. Super important to keep that sensation alive and work with our feet, go barefoot. Because if we lose sensation in our feet, we lose our ability to balance. Being able to feel the bottom of your feet is a real key player in balance. Okay? Make sure your pelvis isn't tucked in, your back's rounded here. Lift the chest. Spill the pelvis forward as you take the knees down. Some of you may be flexible enough to take a slight forward fold here. Okay? If you're forward folding, elbows again, go to the inside of the thighs. We never want to press on the knee. Whew, good. Bring those hands on the knees, bring them together. Awesome. We're going to set in a nice, easy Sukhasana. That's one leg crossed in front of the other. Okay? Sit up nice and tall. Find that neutral spinal alignment. Remember, I talked about cat-cows. We don't want to tilt forward, tilt back. You really want to find somewhere right in the middle. Okay, keeping that neutral alignment. Let's take our right arm down to the floor. Reach left arm up and over. Again, stretching into that side body, lifting away from the pelvis, just enjoying the side stretch. And let's take it over to the other side. Good, and then back to center. Hands on knees. Let's take our torso in a few circles. Some people call this stir the pot. Okay, so bringing the heart forward and then rounding the shoulders as you go back. All right, so chest is open as you come forward and then rounding the upper back. So you want to be involved from the upper back all the way down to the pelvis. Stir the pot. Good, switch directions if you haven't already. Nice, I like doing this. I kind of feel like I'm like a Bollywood or a belly dancer, but I have no momentum, no dance skills. Since I have just a pure sports background, it's really hard for me to tune into these muscles. But it's probably what I need more than anything. Good, one more circle. Good, and then back to center. Sit up nice and tall, hands, palms up. Close your eyes, just take a couple deep breaths here. Notice if that did anything for your lower back muscles, your spine. Very good. So if you have a foam roller at home, I'm just going to briefly show you a couple things you can foam roll for the lower back. The first one is obvious. You can foam roll your lower back and do it safely, but you really got to have a foam roller where you can kind of lay on it and just kind of massage that area. You also want to be careful how much full body weight you put in it, so use your hands to hold you there. You can kind of roll up and down those QL muscles, that's your lower back muscles, which feel really, really good. And it does relieve some pressure there. However, as I said, a lot of lower back pain comes from your hips and hamstrings, right? So if you're going to foam roll, yes, you can foam roll your lower back, but another great idea would just be to take the foam roller under the hamstring. Remember, your hamstring connects underneath your butt, goes all the way down to your knees. So it's a long muscle. So I like to do one side at a time, where I just really roll onto the hamstring. I'll just show you kind of 3 on each side. I really press into it, and I move those hips forward and back. I'll show you 3 over here on this side. My other foot is kind of bent. And I tell you, the more body weight that you can lay into that foam roller, the better. Rolling out the hamstrings, again, is really going to help with lower back pain. And then the last one is going to be your hips, which is an obvious. So remember, thread the needle. You would take thread the needle here, or some people call it figure 4. Take the foam roller. You never want to roll directly on the hip joint. What you're really going for here is actually your butt, okay? Your glute minimus and your glute maximus. So people don't realize how tight their butt is until they really lay onto it in this pigeon pose and foam roll it out, okay? You're probably going to be surprised how tight it is back there. So rolling out over those buttock muscles. And remember, you have, your glute medius on the outside of your hips. So you can get on the outside. Switching sides. Again, you would come into the thread the needle position. Okay, lift up. I like to start with my glute maximus, just that really, really big one right on there. Rolling around, and then I kind of tilt over to the side and I get the glute minimus as well. And I tell you what, if you foam roll your glutes, your hamstrings, and just to be nice to your lower back, rolling up and over it, depending on what level of pain you're at, you're going to feel a lot of relief. Good. So that was gentle yoga for the lower back. Anytime you can foam roll, 5 to 10 minutes before bed, it's going to really relieve a lot of pain. It's going to help you sleep better. It's going to help you be more mobile the next day. Foam rolling is not the answer. It really helps relieve a lot of pain, but the real answer is working on your mobility and your strength, okay? Anytime you can do strength training and work on your mobility and flexibility, Yes, the foam roller helps, but those other two things are going to be what helps your pain long term. I hope everyone stays safe during this summer, during the COVID pandemic, and I can't wait to see you guys back in the gym in the fall. Thank you.